Hi, beautiful souls. This is going to be your weekly energy forecast for the week of February 3rd through February 10th. This week feels like a threshold moment, the space between instability and reinvention. The old rules are losing authority, but the new ones haven't fully landed yet. That in between can feel disorienting and deeply activating. We have an ongoing Aquarius stellium, which is more than a few planets, or at least a few planets in Aquarius, and we actually have a lineup of those happening. We have, don't quote me, but we've got Mars in Aquarius, Mercury is in Aquarius, and I forget what else exactly. But we're going to have a new moon in Aquarius also on the 17th, which is also going to be a solar eclipse. We're not going to be able to see that from the States. I'm not even sure Europe will be able to see it. I think it's just Antarctica and places around there. You may want to look to make sure, but that's going to be the 17th, so it's a bit of ways. That will be a part of next week's astrology. So this is rewriting systems, okay, with the Aquarius stellium that we've been living inside of, and not gently, not quietly, but intelligently, surgically, and irreversibly. And some of it is not a laughing matter, but I'm tired, and sometimes you just gotta laugh about things to stay sane. So this past weekend opened the floodgates, as many of you know. Revelations and disclosures and sudden shifts rippled across collective structures, political, financial, technological, relational. As February opens, we step into some of the most consequential astrology of the year, and the pace of the change is unmistakable. February 3rd through the 5th, Uranus stations direct in Taurus, depending on where you are in this world. So here, Eastern Standard Time, it happens today, here in Michigan, USA. And Uranus going direct acts as like a power surge through the body, the economy, and our sense of security. Collectively, it's showing up as rapid fluctuations in money, resources, and value systems, cracks in structure that were already strained, big questions around what actually creates stability now. Individually, there's restlessness around work, finances, self-worth, and long-term plans. The urge to change something for everyone collectively is now strong. But this is an awareness phase before decisive action. Notice what no longer feels sustainable. This is recalibration through what may look like chaos. February 5th through the 7th, we have the moon in Libra. And as the moon moves through Libra, there's a collective attempt to keep things balanced, because that's what Libra wants to do, even when balance feels artificial. Conversations may stay polite, while deeper truths hover just beneath the surface. You may feel torn between maintaining harmony and honoring honesty. The tension is intentional. It's preparing the emotional body for what comes next. February 6th through the 10th, Mercury enters Pisces. When Mercury enters Pisces, logic loses its grip and intuition takes the lead. Communication becomes subtle, emotional, symbolic. Messages arrive through dreams, synchronicities, and gut feelings rather than straight lines of thought. Sensitivity increases, so does psychic awareness. Collectively, there's a shift away from over-analysis toward felt truth. Not everything can be explained right now, but much can be understood. Listen beneath the words. Read between the lines. February 7th through the 9th, the moon goes into Scorpio, and Venus squares Uranus. So this is one of the most intense emotional windows of the week as the moon enters Scorpio. I believe that falls on the weekend, actually. Suppressed feelings rise, hidden motives, energetic cords, and emotional attachments come into focus. This is a deep clearing energy, uncomfortable but liberating. At the same time, Venus squaring Uranus delivers shocks to the heart. Relationships, agreements, and values that rely on control or stagnation are disrupted. Sudden shifts, awakenings, or emotional truth-telling may feel destabilizing, but they're correcting misalignment. So this is freedom energy. It's not gentle, but it's honest. February 10th, the moon enters Sagittarius. By the end of the week, this lifts the emotional weight and restores perspective. Meaning returns, faith widens. You begin to understand why recent disruptions were necessary. This is the energy of truth over comfort and hope over fear. And the bigger collective arc here is unfolding. Okay, we're standing at the edge of major chapters that are unfolding. And on deck, we have Saturn entering Aries, Saturn-Neptune conjunction, Aquarius solar eclipse, Mercury retrograde, and the ignition of the year of the fire horse. So we're moving through the final weeks also of the year of the snake, which is a powerful unraveling phase that we've been in over the last year. What's been hidden is surfacing. What's outdating is shedding. And you may feel called to clear deeply. Okay, possessions, attachments, roles, routines, or entire life structures that no longer feel energetically aligned with who you're becoming. So right now, energy care is essential, not optional. Calming rituals, breath work, going into nature, going for walks, exercise, stretch, move your body, nervous system regulation, okay, intentional movement, as I was saying, and healthy emotional release are key, okay, as the collective pressure accelerates. Also, maybe you may feel like you want to eat more healthy, okay, or eliminate some things from your diet. So this year is set to intensify, which is why astrology isn't just interesting, it's also practical. It offers perspective, timing, and a wider view when change moves faster than comfort. The world is changing, and many of us are here to help guide the transition. If you're interested, I offer different types of astrology and tarot readings with oracle guidance woven in for deeper clarity and confirmation, or you can choose either or, as in astrology or tarot with oracle guidance. You can explore my current offers in my highlight section on my Facebook profile or on Hipsy, okay, which is also found on my link tree in my bio. Hipsy is a site where advisors are located to give readings. So this energy is hitting everyone differently, and if you want to know how this week is activating in your own chart and how to move through this with clarity and alignments and empowerment, direct message or email me through my link tree to book a reading or even to ask questions. Even if you would like to know how another specific transit is showing up in your life, I can help guide you through that also. So don't forget to take special care of yourself this week as we move through the rest of this month. Also, if there's any way that you can help any animals that are, living outside, because this month is especially crucial for them. They're using up the last bit of their fat stores, and lots of food is frozen, and it's really cold outside. So I also figure out some type of food or shelter or something to help nature. Thank you for joining me. Sending you lots of love and light, piercing through the shadows. Namaste.